Good evening. I'm Caden Parlour, and welcome to my presentation on the power of body language. Today, we're going to be talking about posture, facial expressions, how body language can affect your personal success, conclusion to wrap it all up, appreciation for your time to listen to me, question and answers, and finally, a reference sheet. Have you ever attended a show where the speaker was able to touch your heart and it felt like you could trust them, even though all you did was listen to them? Chances are they will be using some of these body language tricks. Body language. Some people think it's self-explanatory, but it's not. We could talk about body language for hours. Body language includes things like gestures, facial expressions, hand and arm movements, the way you talk with your hands, and where you position yourself to others. Posture. It's not what you think it is. It's not what a lot of people think it is. Posture isn't just straightening your back or sitting upright. It's all about how you present yourself, because often it will completely change the course of an interaction. That pertains to self-presentation, because if you're not presenting yourself confidently and with a good enough posture, people aren't going to want to talk to you. Well, they might, but they're going to choose someone who is confident before coming to you. For example, let's look at this professor here. If you walk into class on your first day and your professor slouched over just like this lady is and barely acknowledges you, chances are you're not going to be very fond of this professor. You're not going to want to be engaged in their class. You're not going to want to talk to them. You're not even going to want to show up to their class, just maybe just because of the way they're talking, like they do this and their posture and how they express themselves. But if your teacher walks into class like this gentleman, he greets you standing with a smile on his face, with a handshake, maybe even calls you by name, you're going to want to visit his class a lot more than the teacher on the left, because you're going to be engaged. You're going to want to listen to him. You're going to want to hear what he has to say. You're going to respect him. And you're going to want to learn in his class. Now, I want to move on to facial expressions. If you want to lose your audience within seconds of your presentation, sit there, look bored, talk, maybe read directly off the slides, just like this, even less monotone than I'm talking about. I'm talking like slow, don't care about anything. I'm just trying to get through this. And by the time you look up, oh, where'd everybody go? That's not how it works. If you want to keep your audience engaged, you need to look excited and engaged in what you're talking about. Because if you don't care what you're talking about, how can you expect your audience to care? Facial expressions are critical to how people listen to us. The face also allows us to sympathize with one another by showing others how we feel about things, because the facial expression for anger, sadness, happiness, gratitude, being surprised, it's all the same for everyone. It's universal. You go to any country and you can tell when someone's sad. You can tell when someone's happy just by the look on their face. So that's why you need to look happy. You need to have raised eyebrows, because that shows people your eyes more. When your eyes are wide and welcoming, it creates an inviting space. For example, when you need to talk to someone about something important, and they're sitting there staring off in the distance, nodding their head to every second word you say, chances are they're probably not listening to what you're saying, and so you don't want to tell them anymore because you feel unappreciated and disrespected. However, if they're sitting there facing you with nothing in their hands, willing to learn, holding steady eye contact with you, ready to listen to what you have to say, chances are they're paying attention, and you're going to want to tell them what you have to say, and they want to listen to what you have to say, and you're going to feel happy, and you're going to like that person more. The reason I say that you'd like this person more is so that I can bring you into how body language can affect personal branding, network, and your overall success. Success in the workplace, Those who can successfully express themselves in a way that they want to be viewed by others, we will often see people being nicer to them, people doing more things, going more out of their way for them, or more things going right for the person who is more confident, and overall being a more happy well-being. And body language is essential in the workplace because it can heavily influence the impressions that you leave on people, possible job opportunities, with family members, with friends, just with colleagues, anybody. Anyone will view you on how your body language is. Even if they've never talked to you, that's how they're going to judge you, is your body language. It's sad to say, but everyone judges everybody in this world. If your colleagues view you as a nice person and want to be around you, then you'll find work comes and goes a lot easier because time flies when you're having a good time. And if you can get along with your group, you're golden. Body language greatly helps with confidence as well, not only for yourself, but how others view you too. Confidence is key, as people say. Having confidence will help you with so much more in life than you think. When people see a confident person, it's almost instant trust and respect for them. For example, if you're a desperate sales manager at a dealership who hasn't sold a car in weeks, and a couple's just walked in your store looking to buy a brand new car, who are you going to send to them? The guy who talks like this, all monotone again, and he says things like, "Oh, I don't know," or "I guess I could show you this," or "I guess I could go get the keys to bring you on a test drive," or he just isn't excited or engaged to sell you this car off. Or are you going to send out the confident sales representative who hits the ground running, who goes out there with a smile on their face, excited to sell this couple their new car? Of course, you're going to send out the second sales representative. Even vice versa. If you're walking into a dealership, you want to buy a new car, you're not going to learn anything from the guy who doesn't tell you anything from the car because, in his words, he does know. Or, I guess he can show me this. No, you're going to want to talk to the guy who wants to sell you the car because he's going to make you excited to buy the car. So, in conclusion, you have to practice your body language. You need to be attentive, keep eye contact, be empathetic, and please be confident if you want to be successful in life. By paying attention to these cues and using them yourself, you can become a master of body language, allowing you to build stronger relationships and better yourself. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. Um, that's it. Uh, anybody have any questions? Awesome. Have a great night, and I will see you all next time.